Hey Steve, how you doing?
Good, awesome. This is our new Cub, 8678 Delta. We bought it up in Fairbanks and did a repaint on it. New tail feathers, PSTOL flaps, new lift struts. Actually, these are the lift struts off of 8976 Delta because I put aluminum lift struts on that airplane. Put gear, put new gear legs, put a no step axe on.
The no step axe, the famous no step axe.
Yeah.
Right on.
Put AOSS landing gear on it. We come back here. We're proud of our new logo. The new Acme Cub logo. New turnkey logo. Got our, we teach you why, not what. Question mark. Got Whelan strobes. This airplane's got 30.5 gallon Atlee tanks, so it's going to have lots of range. Not going to be quite as light as some of the airplanes we build. Trade-off, whether you have Atlee tanks or whether you have smaller tanks and put gas bags in a pod. It's a trade-off. This one's not going to be quite as light as airplane. We got a brand new Alaska bush pod we're putting on it today. Putting a set of Alaskan Bushwheels. Put the red stickers on it. It'll look good.
That's gonna look sweet.
Yep. The Dodge Performance hot rod muffler on it. It's got a 160 horse conversion on the engine. We're running standard 8242 prop. If you look on the bottom of the engine, on the cowling here, it's got a baffle on the bottom of the cowling, and that's to increase the airflow. I don't know the history of this engine because we just got the airplane, but we added a lip much like that to the Raffle Cub, 1.5 X-ray, and my Cub in here right now, that's why it's in the hangar, is we're building a lip for it. Cylinder head cooling that increases the draft, which the vacuum on the bottom side of the engine. Once again, the way an engine cools is it has high pressure above your engine because of the intake air, and you've got to have a perfect seal around your baffling, and then this down here is drawing air out, so it makes a vacuum in the bottom. So the high pressure above your cylinders, the vacuum down in the bottom pulls the air through your cylinders. Now this airplane has a front mount oil cooler, which actually hurts your cylinder cooling because all this air going through the cooler ends up as increasing the pressure on the bottom side, which is the low pressure side. So front mount coolers actually hurt cylinder head temperature, but they help oil temperature because the rear mount cooler goes back here, which doesn't get as much fresh air as the front mount cooler. So sometimes airplanes have oil temperature problems when you put the rear mount cooler, but it's negative on CHT. So everything you do is a trade-off. As you look around this airplane, once again, you see our PSTOL flaps we put on. We put our typical Canad ELT that we like in the wing root. We're just wiring it up is why it's hanging. We put the swoop that we like that was developed by plane schemers. Built it for the Raffle Cub. We liked it so much we added it on our 8678 Delta. It's kind of fun. We now have 7.6 Delta, 7.7 Delta, 7.8 Delta, and 7.9 Delta. So our 4 Cubs we operate are sequential. The only thing odd about this is it's 8.6 instead of 8.9. So it's kind of fun. On the back, if you look, we've got baby Bushwheel. We've got 2-bolt tailwheel head that stops the tailwheel from working on the spring. Lots of tailwheels that we have come in here are wore out because the tailwheel's been working on the spring and it wears out the head. And the 2-bolt tailwheels kind of cure that. It's a few extra ounces, but it's worth it. Tailwheel, if it breaks, you got a ground loop. It is unsalvageable. So tailwheel, 2-bolt tailwheel head fixes that problem. We put on the tail, back to the tail, we put a Whelan nav light in the tail. We put the Whelan strobe on the back, and we haven't got plan on putting the Whelan lights, landing lights, and the Whelan strobe lights on the tips, but they're ordered, but haven't come in yet. So that's a mod down the road. Okay, we've test flew 8678 Delta, our new Cub we just put online yesterday, and the airplane flew straight and level, wings level, ball was a little bit out, so we're gonna have to bend a vertical stabilizer just a little bit to get the ball in. It's just slightly out, a quarter ball when you're relaxed flying. So other than that, the guys did an awesome job putting the wings on, rigging it, rigged easy. Flies good. I'm pretty happy with the airplane. We're gonna operate it a little bit and put it for sale here down the road, not sure when. Make somebody a good airplane. But we're gonna finish the season this year. It's July now, so we'll run it through September, maybe put it on the market. The engine pulls hard. I was really happy how hard the engine pulled on takeoff. I can't tell you how good it's going to perform because we haven't had a headwind yet, you know.
And that's an O-320.
It's an O-320, 160 horse conversion.
And you got the 82-inch prop.
82 for it. 82-inch prop. I don't remember if it's 43 or 44 pitch. And we put a hot rod muffler on it. You know, the big 35-inch bush wheels, baby bush wheel, PSTOL flaps, gross weight increase. So it's going to be a great airplane.
Nice.
Secondly, one other thing we did, first thing we did when we gassed it up, is we put 5 gallons of gas in both wings and lifted it to flight level position and marked 5 gallons so that the 60-gallon tanks, it's hard to know where you got 5 gallons left. So we got the 5-gallon mark on that level flight on our wing tanks.
Cool. And what about the pod?
Put a Alaska bush pod on. Works good. This thing has the old weld-on float fittings that stick down a long ways, and I was able to put the pod over one and under one, and it fits almost, doesn't fit completely flush against a fuselage, but I'm happy. It's better than cutting the pod, and it's better than cutting the float fittings, so I'm happy with it.